Good morning. It's Friday, and welcome to the Morning Minute. I was in Elizabethtown Wednesday. Yep, it was great to see so many of you. I missed you. For lunch, I went to the new Barefoot's sandwich shop and got a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. I met Bo Barefoot and introduced myself as the interim pastor at Elizabethtown Baptist Church. He loved the sign, by the way, with the graduates on it. One of the girls behind the counter said, "Oh, you're Dr. Royal." Okay, so you might say I acknowledged you before others. Not only did I do this with words, I trust my actions acknowledge the welcoming, faithful, loving, and engaging folks I know you to be. When I was a child, I would leave the house. My dad would sometimes say, "Remember who you are." This is to say, acknowledge your heritage by what you say and how you live. In other words, when people experience me, they should equate it with the values and principles of my family. When I read Matthew 10:32, I think Jesus is saying, remember who you are. Listen, everyone therefore who acknowledges me before others, I also will acknowledge before my Father in heaven. In other words, think about how people experience you and live in a way that they think, well, Jesus. That your life acknowledges Him in all you say and do. They equate their experiences with the values and principles of Jesus. How important is that today as racism takes center stage again? What kind of experience do you want a person to have when they meet you, any person? Will they think Jesus? So you're thinking, well, I'm not racist. Jesus wasn't racist, and all this makes me sad. So Jesus was just a passive bystander on the middle ground. He was not a sad kind of person, not hardly. So maybe you're anti-racist. Anyone that is racist should suffer. I'm pretty sure that this was not the experience folks think of when they think of Jesus. Jesus is not a passive bystander and is not trying to identify blame. Jesus is probably the guy rushing to whoever is the hurting victim or victimizer. Perhaps to acknowledge Jesus is not to say, I love everyone, or to say these folks aren't worth loving, but instead go to love everyone. I've said before that there are three people in every accident. There is the spectator thinking, how sad. There is the police attempting to assign blame. And there is the paramedic who goes right up to those that are hurting and seeks to comfort them, promote healing, save their lives. The paramedic does not care if it is the one that caused the accident or the victim. I'm thinking of the three, Jesus is the paramedic. If we acknowledge Jesus, people experience us as paramedics rather than spectators feeling sad or police trying to assign blame. Who are you at an accident scene or a riot? Now, we don't have many riots around Elizabethtown, but we have lots of emotional, spiritual, financial, and relational wrecks. So spectator, blamer, or a loving servant, which will you be today? Be blessed as you know Christ so that you might emulate Him, thus acknowledging Him. Be a blessing as folks see your good works and praise your Father, our Father in heaven. Amen.